Story title: The Journal That Watches Back. What if a book could watch you back? What if it wrote about your life as you lived it? Or worse, before you did? This is the story of Ethan Lockwood. The book was just there, sitting in the center of his desk, like it had always belonged there. He didn't remember placing it, didn't remember buying it, didn't even remember owning a leather-bound journal of that size. But here it was, waiting. The room was quiet, unnaturally so. Only the soft hum of his desk lamp filled the silence. He leaned in, slowly. His fingers hovered above the cover. The leather felt old, worn, like something passed down, not purchased. He opened it. The first page was blank. But then, even as he watched, words began to appear, letter by letter, ink forming shapes with a whisper. He stepped back, eyes wide, mouth dry. It wrote, Ethan Lockwood, July the 22nd, 2025, 8:43 p.m. His heart skipped. That was his name. That was tonight. That was now. He read further. Ethan hesitates. He considers closing the book. But he doesn't. He reads. And reads. He closed it. Hard. Backed away from the desk. What the hell was that? He tried to sleep. He couldn't. He tried again the next morning. To ignore it. To pretend. But the curiosity gnawed at him. Like something alive. 9:13 a.m. His phone buzzed. Unknown caller. He stared at it. That detail, 9:13, had been in the book. He didn't answer. But the buzzing stopped. Only to start again. 3 seconds later. He picked up. Mr. Lockwood. A woman's voice. Calm. British. I believe you found something. Something that doesn't belong to you. He didn't speak. Didn't breathe. Please meet me. Today. Noon. The old library on Pine and 6th. Come alone. The call ended. He stood there. In his kitchen. Holding the phone. As if it might bite him. The library was quiet. Old. Forgotten. Dust clung to the windows. Light barely pushed through. Inside, he walked past empty shelves. His footsteps echoed. And there, under a single hanging lamp, she waited. Gray hair in a tight bun. Gloves. And in front of her, another book. Identical. She nodded. Sit. He did. She opened the book. Do you know what this is? He shook his head. It's a mirror, she said. Of possibility. She slid his book toward him. Yours is writing a version of you. But not just who you are. Who you could become. He swallowed. Can I change what's written? He asked. She looked at him. Long. Quiet. Yes. But only if you understand one thing. He leaned in. The book doesn't lie. It shows you the truth. Of your choices. Even those you haven't made yet. That night, he opened the book again. Hands trembling. It now said, Ethan returned home. He sat down at his desk. He opened the book, unsure if he wanted to see the next line, but needing to. He looked away, then looked back. Another line had appeared. He read that tomorrow he'd wake up to find his reflection missing. He slammed the book shut. The next morning, he avoided the mirror. He didn't look. He refused. But by 11 a.m., he broke. Slowly, he stepped in front of the hallway mirror and gasped. His reflection was there, but it wasn't doing what he was doing. It blinked. When he didn't, it raised an eyebrow, smiled, and walked away. He returned to the book, tore it open. Blank. Page after page. Empty. Then, one sentence. "You've seen enough." The light in his room flickered, then died. For years, no one heard from Ethan Lockwood. The apartment stayed untouched. The book stayed closed, until someone else moved in and found a journal, sitting perfectly centered on the desk.
The story continues, but now, it might be yours.
If you're still watching, then maybe this story found you for a reason. Maybe it's not just a tale, but a warning, a whisper from somewhere else, from someone else. And if you enjoyed stepping into the unknown, there are more stories waiting, hidden in pages we haven't turned yet. Subscribe to Midnight Pages, where stories don't just end, they echo.